Hey folks, I'm meteorologist Bill Alexander, and here are the highlights of the next several days. First off, unfortunately, no meaningful rainfall expected over the next week. It might see a few showers along the coastline next Wednesday, but elevated becoming critical fire danger. Picking up through the weekend, and then near record high temperatures towards the end of the week. Let's bottle this up and take a look right now at the Matthews CCAC weather camera out at Snoopy's Pier on the island. Looking to the west-southwest across Laguna Madre towards the Flower Bluff area. Under bright sunny skies, it's looking really nice out there. We do have that southeast wind cranking along at 23 miles an hour. Mercury hovering in the middle 70s there at the Naval Air Station right there in Corpus Christi out at Flower Bluff. And the satellite radar loop is showing no significant clouds out there. Here's what it looked like today, though. We started off at 59 degrees this morning, finished off at 89 this afternoon. That's 13 degrees above normal, well off our record high, but no rain, so we're 1.82 inches below normal for the year. Prospects do not look good for significant rain coming up for the next several days, so let's move right along. What's going on across the state? It's warm. We got the mercury hovering from the 70s over the high plains to the 80s and 90s, and even 100 at Laredo, just 68 in El Paso right now. And if we look at our neck of the woods, you've got lower 70s along the coastline, 70s, 80s, and even a few 90s. It's 95 degrees right now in Hebronville, and 98 up in George West, 99 in Freer. Yeah, we're cooking out there west of 281, and the combination of that and low humidity means elevated fire danger. Right now, dew points in the 40s, 50s, and then 60s over most of our area. That's a bit of a relief, but it doesn't last. Overnight tonight, middle to upper 50s, except lower 60s along the coastline. That's your low tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, we are cooking again. We're looking at lower to middle, probably upper 90s further west. It's going to be a scorcher out there, except along the coastline, of course, where that marine influence holds the temperature down. But speaking of marine influence, that kind of goes away early tomorrow as a batch of dry air comes in when westerly winds. Well, they don't last long, and by Thursday afternoon, that southeasterly flow pours back in. We'll be paying this little west-east jigsaw puzzle going on here. By Friday afternoon, it's dry again. You can see this with as far as your humidity forecast. It's totally saturated in the early morning hours tomorrow. You see a little bit of fog popping up there. And then as that dry air rushes in, we get extremely dry tomorrow. Less than 10% humidity. Now, vegetation is dry, the air is dry, but the wind is not going to be up. So elevated, not critical fire danger. Same thing happens again on your Friday, but by Saturday, a front comes through and we have all three of these ingredients. So you got critical fire danger on Saturday. Right now, if you're heading out to the coastal waters for tomorrow, mostly sunny skies. Mid-70s out there, the water warming up a bit at 68 degrees, still kind of chilly out there. A southwest becoming a westerly wind at 5 to 10 knots, smooth bays, 2 to 3 foot seas, and a low rip current risk. Now here's the thing, this is called a dry line. It's the demarcation between moist Gulf air and dry air off the Mexican plateau, and it oscillates back and forth, and as it moves back in our area, we get the really dry air. Later on, by early Saturday, that front comes through, and then we really get dry and dangerous. There's the upper level disturbance driving that front. You can see it right there. But notice little to no rain with that. As we move into next week, maybe a shot of rain a week from today. That's next Wednesday. But we're not looking at big time rain. So let's run this model out. You see a little bit up to our northwest. And as you get on into the middle of next week, maybe a bit along the coastline, it's not going to help us out. You want to walk the dog tonight? This is what you got. Mercury hovering in the upper 60s to lower 70s, a little bit of a southeasterly breeze, and elevated fire danger through Friday and Saturday. Critical fire danger, looking windy.